government trying to do some sort of a cover-up when they're trying to trigger the governor, because there is that Kilambakam bus stand issue going on, which is
his last speech, he was said, Gandhi should be eradicated.
the main key thing out of that visit. Did he get the alliance he needed from Tamil Nadu? And it's also probably because of Rajdeep Sardesai. I think he has a good terms with Mamata Banerjee.
Whether he's in good terms with Mamata Banerjee or anybody else, he's not in good terms with Mr. Modi. Journalists criticize Modi as much harder possible. They will be awarded with Padma Shri.
Is this a daring step to do it right before the elections?
It is not that we were having only one wife, one husband. It was not our custom.
Yes.
Many husbands we have seen in Mahabharata, many wives we have seen throughout our history.
Hello and welcome to Chanak English for our this week's Pandey Politics. Welcome, sir. So, sir, just yesterday we had our Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi, who attended the assembly, and he, even prior to that, he was given the address, the governor's address, which he had a lot of things he was not happy about. So he decided to just give a brief speech, and he sat down. He didn't talk further than that. And then we had our Honorable Speaker Appavu, who continued on, and he did the Tamil version of it. At the end of his speech, he made a statement which didn't sound too good, and it was more in the lines that we are not any less than Savarkar or Godse. Though there is not much clarity on what sort of demeaning ways he was trying to say that, because I think that clarity is missing there. But it seemed to trigger the governor from his normal posture, and he walked out even before the ending national anthem. So your take on that, sir?
See, as you rightly said, it was supposed to trigger the governor. That was obvious, and we can witness it because two names he, Honorable Speaker of Tamil Nadu, referred. One is Veer Savarkar. We are not lesser than Veer Savarkar or Godse. That was what his statement. The assembly is not lesser than anyone, including Mr. Veer Savarkar or Mr. Godse. That is what exactly he said. If Veer Savarkar is not a person to be glorified, whether DMK as a party can say the same in IND Alliance or at least in Maharashtra with the partners of Shiva Sena and NCP and all, whether they can utter the same thing, we are not lesser than Savarkar, whether they can, one. They used the second name, Mr. Godse. Nathuram Godse was a assassinated assassin and killer of Mahatma Gandhi.
Correct. Why him?
So Mr. Appa was saying the assembly is not lesser than Godse. So, what he's been, we completely unable to understand. Just might be to tease the Honorable Governor that we are not lesser. They might have thought that BJP is in support of Godse also. But we can search our history, throughout the history, whether any BJP tall leader, where we can refer and we can recall any tall leader, whether he ever glorified Godse. Somebody from there, somebody from Hindu Mahasabha, somebody from that, this and that, we cannot count them. Any tall leader from BJP throughout the history, if they glorified Godse, means we can understand that, okay, the Honorable Speaker was trying to demean the governor because he is representing the central government. The central government is of BJP. So the BJP is supporter of Nathuram Godse, so I am demeaning them. That could be a connect. But there is no such connect at all. Neither BJP never supported Nathuram Godse, and we don't understand. Instead, one more interesting thing, Mr. Periyar, E.V. Ramasamy Periyar, who was supposed to be the DMK's father or guru or mentor or everything you can call. In his last speech, he was said, Gandhi should be eradicated. Eliminated. Gandhi ஒழிக்கப்பட வேண்டும். This is what the exact Tamil word he is. Gandhi should be eliminated. By then, 30 years went by Gandhi's assassination. So he was assassinated in 1948. He was speaking, Mr. Periyar was speaking in 1975. Why he was mentioning Gandhi should be eliminated in 1975? And he is explaining Gandhi not only is a person, is an ideology, is a symbolism, is a thought process. So we have to eliminate the complete process. We Godse did what we were planning, what we were thinking. This is what Periyar's exact statement. So, does it mean the DK, which is the party belongs to Periyar, was planning to kill Mahatma Gandhi in 1948, even before Godse did? So, I completely, as you rightly said, completely unable to understand what was the idea of, just because it was extempore and he wanted to score in front of the Chief Minister, Mr. M. K. Stalin,
but why did
as
this
well as teasing
trigger the governor? I mean, he could have let it be as, okay, whatever these guys are not talking
you cannot let it down, no? So, when somebody is addressing you and demeaning you and you are sitting in a tallest position of the, Chief Minister of a state is a head of the government.
Correct.
Governor of the state is head of the state. So the huge difference between head of the state is entirely different from head of the government. So government may change. Head of the government may change anytime, but head of the state is number one. And only under him they were all working. So, if a speaker is trying to demean the highest chair, it is not about individual, no. As we already aware, when the parliament building was attacked in Vajpayee's period, we cannot ignore it. It's an attack on a building. No, it is not an attack on a building. It is an attack on our integrity, our constitution, our whole country. So, parliament is not a building. It's a symbol of our democracy. Like that, governor is not just a post, it's not a person, it's not a chair. It is a symbolism of the governance. So if you attack the highest chair, it is demeaning the system itself. So obviously he has to react. And with all politeness and gentleness, he was composedly sitting there, he was not reacted anywhere. So the extempore idea of a speaker was going on, and no idea what when the national anthem will be played, what was the agenda. So he walked out, and Raj Bhavan has clearly explained in 2 pages of their explanation. They said governor was insulted by the speaker, and by then speaker himself demeaned his own chair. So we didn't want to be there, and governor moved away.
So is the government trying to do some sort of a cover up when they're trying to trigger the governor? Because when Sendil Balaji was arrested, there was this Tamilagam, Tamil Nadu issue going on, right? I think the governor made a statement that maybe Tamil Nadu should rather be called Tamilagam, and that became a big uproar. And then now there is that Kilambakam bus stand issue going on, which is really, I think it's a pathetic place, the way it's built, and it's supposedly the new bus stand in Chennai. Are they trying to cover up that over this issue?
I don't think that there is a reason behind this in this way, that covering up Kilambakam or Sendil Balaji. I don't think so. But there is a huge anti-incumbency here. Apart from that, the action of Honorable Governor put them in a black, the government. They were not having any clue about that, because he didn't inform the government that I am not going to read. He just read the first paragraph, and the extempore Honorable Governor told that I am not okay with the numerous pages of paragraph of this script. So it will be unconstitutional, anti-constitutional if I read that. So I don't want to read that. I am concluding my speech here. All the best. That's what. So when governor is not okay with that speech, and the speech was live, the whole country was watching, then the speaker decided to save the government. So what they were already planned by the senior most minister, Mr. Duraimurugan, they were supposed to initiate one resolution that what governor spoke, That will not be in the script. That will not be taken in the record. What Mr. Honorable Speaker read, that will be in the record. That is what they were supposed to do. They were planning. So already you can see the visuals, already Mr. Duraiman was having the script with him and he was having the mic with him. After completion of Speaker's speech, he was supposed to rise and initiate the resolution. But when Honorable Governor spoke something extempore, the Honorable Speaker decided to extend the support to the government and he wanted to save the government's face. So he tried. That was not pre-planned, that was not informed to CM and all. And he is the Speaker of the House. So he extempored manager. He was a teacher there. So, and he was a very good speaker also. He know how to handle. He is a master. By saying everything, he can make that I have not said anything. So that sort of intelligent leader he is. So he was trying to support the government. In that it went, I think somewhat some messing up went there.
Okay, so we're saying the governor is the head of the state. He is at a higher position more than the state government.
Without
really.
any doubt.
In which case, why is there a limitation in what he can do with all these protocols, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so see, it is a democratic country. The governor and president was the extended system of previous British government. So they were having a governor general who was a president now. So they were having governors, they were having governor general. So they wanted, even in British period, you might be remember, we were having elected governments. Even in British period, we were having elected governments. So that was the extension of the previous system, British system. So now, after becoming a 100% democratic country, we want to balance the democracy as well as the administration. Both should be there. So, as a representative of central government, that means president, all states have governors. But the government will be elected. Only in union territories, the governor will have upper hand. In Delhi, in Pondicherry, in some other states, only in union territories, the governor will have upper hand. All the states, the chief minister will have upper hand without any doubt. Whether in the resolutions or the assembly or the bills, whatever they pass, the governors has very, very limited spaces. It was very well thought and derived after a long discussion, so that it is there.
It's a good idea, but then I think the way our system is built, like in the sense our current culture, is that there is always a tug of war between that state government and the governor, literally every state.
Because it is triggered and driven by political ideology and agendas. So everybody want to push their own agenda and ideology. You cannot see any tug of war in any state where BJP is ruling. So the governor will be BJP government appointed governor and the chief minister will be BJP elected chief minister. So there will not be any fight. So if there is no difference between political ideology, there won't be any rift. If there is a difference between political ideology, there will be a rift. So it's all political driven. We need not to worry about that.
Okay. Moving on to, I think our BJP Tamil Nadu BJP president, K. Annamalai, he has crossed over the 200 constituency in Tamil Nadu in Maniyan Makkal. Yatra, yes. And so JP Nadda had actually been here about 2 days back and he spoke. I believe he had a speech and he was talking about Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, and he had his own speech going on there. But the main key thing out of that visit, did he get the alliance he needed from Tamil Nadu?
Getting the alliance intact and aligning it is an entirely different one, and his trip was planned for something else. He didn't attend any meeting, he didn't met any person beyond that meeting. He came, attended the meeting, went away. So his agenda and time was very, very limited. He came on the same day, he went on the same day. So it was not planned to bring any alliance. People are already working on that. Other people are working, other people are assigned for that. So they are all already working on it. Only after the preliminary talks goes well, he will be coming on the scene. So he will be in the scene only to sign that agreement. Not that in the talks itself. So that is assigned for somebody else and the people are working. So that is not the agenda. He came to admire and endorse Mr. Annamalai, who is the state president of BJP Tamil Nadu, because it is a significant yatra. Nobody in Tamil Nadu ever tried in this history to cover by walk to all 234 constituencies. That was the first of its kind attempt, and he has crossed almost 200 constituencies. The yatra was started by, inaugurated by Honorable Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah. So in the 100th, one more minister came, senior minister. So in the 200th assembly, JB Nadda, All India President himself came, and we were told that when the conclusion, the valedictory, Honorable Prime Minister himself is coming. It is going to happen in Palladam, Tirupur, around somewhere. So by February 25th or 6th or 7th or like that. So they were the All India BJP was endorsing the state BJP that you are doing a remarkable job, we are with you. That was the thing. And they wanted to energize the BJP cadres by coming there. When All India National President coming there, so obviously BJP cadre will be energized that JB Nadda came and all the crowd pulling and all things. That is what the purpose, and that was fulfilled.
So moving on to the next question, sir. In West Bengal, the TMC party has nominated 5 new MPs for the Rajya Sabha, and one of the, I think the main name that is coming out in all headlines is Sagarika Ghosh, and she is a very senior journalist. She is the daughter of Bhaskar Ghosh, who formerly was the director of Doordarshan, general director of Doordarshan, and she's married to Rajdeep Sardesai, who's also a very senior most journalist. But the key thing around here is, I think we all know Rajdeep is very much leftist. He is too much on the left side. So what is or what drew Sagarika Ghosh into the MP?
See, I will come to that later. Before that, interesting things are there. 2 interesting things are. One, long back when she wrote a book about Indira Gandhi, somebody was telling that you deserve a Rajya Sabha seat. Then she tweeted by replying that I can give it in return, that I will never accept any Rajya Sabha seat or Lok Sabha seat or any seat.
And even Rajdeep Sardesai, he's mentioned many times you have to pay to get an MP seat. So, he's done that too.
She was telling that I can give it in return, that I will not accept any Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha seat from any party. I can give it in return. Now it is announced and she accepted, and she is going to be the Rajya Sabha member. One thing. Another funny thing is when Mr. Modi was a chief minister of Gujarat, Mr. Rajdeep was interviewing him on the campaign itself. Then critically Mr. Modi was criticizing Rajiv Sardesai that I know that where your bread comes and what was your target and all. And I was told that if journalists criticize Modi as much harder possible, they will be awarded with Padma Shri or they will be awarded with the Lok Sabha seat or Rajya Sabha seat. And I wish Rajdeep Sardesai that you will be blessed with whatever your ambition is. So he was satirically criticizing Rajdeep ji. Then after all these years, we can see that it comes true. That's the one part. But a journalist nominating as a Rajya Sabha member is not a first of its kind.
Correct.
So most of the parties, many of the parties, including BJP, including Congress, have awarded them same thing. So I don't find anything wrong in it. The thing is, every individual will have a leaning towards any political party. Every individual will have.
Yes.
But being a journalist, whether your ideology might be different, but your reporting is going to be different, that's a very, very disastrous to the democracy. Yes. I will vote for a particular party. And in my case, I have voted for many other parties, case by case, election by election. So certainly I will vote for any other party. But whether the party which I am going to vote, the same party which I am supporting on air also, in news also, that is disastrous. Correct. So you should be neutral, you should be support the fact, not the person or not the party, and that should be case by case, that should be incident by incident, whether you are supporting the black paper of the Congress or white paper of the BJP. That has to be a different one. Whether you are supporting Nirmala Sitharaman Finance Minister or you are supporting the ex-Finance Minister Chidambaram Minister, that is a separate case. So that this has to be the support and opposing criticism should be case by case. It's not that I will support Congress forever, I will support BJP forever. But tragically, the things are happening nowadays in North Indian media, so the English media. journalists started supporting, they divided into two. We can clearly divide and visibly seen that few people are supporting Modi government without any hesitation. Most people are supporting Congress and the left leaning and all. So this has divided the whole journalism into two. So that is a very pathetic one, and people are rewarded for all those things.
Yes.
Even in Tamil Nadu, from BJP, Mr. Cho was nominated as a president's nominee. Even though it's a president nominee, it's a BJP nomination only. So the senior most journalist, Mr. Cho Ramaswamy, was also a Rajya Sabha member for 6 years. So a journalist nominated for nominating for assembly, Rajya Sabha is not a new one. We can understand that the Trinamool Congress has complimented her work.
And it's also probably because of Rajdeep Sardesai. I think he has a good terms with Mamata Banerjee.
Yes, of course. We can make it in this way. Whether he is in good terms with Mamata Banerjee or anybody else, he is not in good terms with Mr. Modi. So that could itself could become a qualification to award, to be awarded.
Okay. And the last thing I wanted to bring up was Uttarakhand is going to be the first state in the country, and they have passed the Uniform Civil Code. And how do you see this? Is this a big breakthrough for the country? I mean, it's the first in the country, and how do we see this growing?
It is not the first state in the country. It's the second state in the country. Already we are having Uniform Civil Code in Goa. The small difference is Goa is having the Uniform Civil Code from early independence. So it was ruled by Dutch people. So after even that period itself, they were having that Uniform Civil Code, and that was continuing till day. Even though there are huge minority people as a majority one in Goa, it is a already existing Uniform Civil Code is already existing there, and Uttarakhand became the second, and after post independence that is the first one. So it's a very significant one. Even if that state is not implementing that, the government of India is going to implement that without any doubt. Certainly they will do. They are waiting for the appropriate time. Whether CAA first or UCC first, they are in dilemma. As Honorable Home Minister promised, it might be CAA which come even before elections. So after the election, they may bring UCC also. And Uniform Civil Code is not only a poll promise of BJP and their core ideology, but it is recommended in the Constitution itself. There should be a uniform civil code. This is what the exact word recommended in Constitution. There should be a uniform civil code that was recommended in Constitution itself by Bhimrao Ambedkar Baba said. So that is what our Constitution was recommending. And lot of law commissions and many a time Supreme Court, they were all recommended the same. So it is not against, and we have seen lot of Muslim countries, so-called Muslim countries having the Uniform Civil Code, not going alone with Sharia. It's a mix up with Sharia and also with the Uniform Civil Code. Lot of Muslim countries also doing the same. So it is not against any individual or not against any religion. It is making the law a simplified one as our Constitution recommended. And Uttarakhand became the pioneer state to bring after post-independence. I think all the BJP states will follow that.
Is this a daring step to do it right before the elections?
Before election might be on, because the Uttarakhand BJP was promised, BJP promised the same thing in their poll agenda itself, manifesto itself. So they are fulfilling they promised in their manifesto. They went and met the people by delivering that, and now they are fulfilling their promise. How we can blame? Ram Temple was in the agenda of BJP. 370 abrogation was in the agenda of BJP. So they are fulfilling their promise. What they told even before the election, they are fulfilling their promise.
But we are hurting the minorities doing this, right?
This is completely a political game. Only the politicians and the political parties will change it to as showing that there's hurting the minorities and all. There will be no single letter or point or thing or law against any minority in this Uniform Civil Code. See, you have to register your marriage. There will be a system for adoption. There will be a system for legal heirship. This is what that will be uniform. For all just for information, we have conducted a lot of debates and shows on this Uniform Civil Code. Even before independence, even before when there was a Hindu law came, even Hindus were having the habit of lot of marriages.
Yes.
It is not that we were having only one wife, one husband. It was not our custom.
Yes.
Many husbands we have seen in Mahabharata, many wives we have seen throughout our history. So it is not even Hindus were having lot of marriages. But when the constitution, the law suggested something, we all abide by law and we accepted that okay, one husband, one wife, this is our system. So it is not about targeting any particular religion. Even Hindus were having multiple marriages. So now we are being a law-abiding citizen, we go by the law. Like that, it is going to be for everyone. That's it.
But I think the UCC also has another clause where if you are in a live-in relation, you can also register that.
You have to register everything because that to save the women. See, ultimately, whatever the case, in the marriage, if something happening wrong, something going wrong, the women will be the party affected. See, a person can have the remarriage twice or thrice without any problem in this society. No woman can have a second marriage as easy as a man has. So that is the problem. In Tamil, we will call them as Vala Vitti. So she came without husband. So she spoiled her life and even a widow, she cannot have a second marriage. But a widower can have a second marriage without any hesitation. She can say that I am a widower, I am okay for a marriage, and she can go. And a widower can have a marriage with a unmarried woman. But if there is a widow or if there is a lady going for a second marriage, she has to choose only a widower or only should go for a second marriage. So in the society, women are treated as a second citizen. We are all aware that is the practical one, that is the reality in front of you. So to save the women, they have mentioned, because even the marriages you are unable to save women. In the living relationship, how you will save the woman? There will not be any bond, there will not be any understanding. So they just want to say register. That's it. It is not that you give some promise and you have to your bind between them. They are saying marriage marriage, legal heir, adoption, living, whatever the relationship is, you just register. What the Uniform Civil Code says. You have to register and there should be a process. You can, even Hindu rituals, somebody get married in a wedding hall, somebody getting married in temples, wherever you get married, no issues. You have to register in the registration. That's it. The same case, you marry in a mosque or you marry in any hall or you marry in a church anywhere, just to go and register. That's it. So it is asking you to register the marriage. Even sir, just to throw all those UGC and all. If you want a visa from any other country for your spouse, you have to get registered.
Yes.
Without registration, they will not accept that who is your wife, who is your husband, nobody knows. So if you are willing to get a visa, you are not claiming that I am a Muslim, I am a Christian, I am a Parsi, I am so and saying I will not, we have a system, it is registered in the mosque, it is registered in church. You are not selling all this, you are going and registering and showing it to the passport office. And if the Uniform Civil Code is coming that, you are fighting that it is against the minority. So it is illogical and very, very political. Need not worry about that.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you much.
Thank you for watching Chanakya English. Stay tuned for such discussions.